Hey everyone, welcome to Grow Your Imagination. Today we are going to look at 3 amazing methods of growing your own herbs in the kitchen with no soil. Make sure to stay until later in the video as we show an amazing use for your new herb garden. With herbs having many health benefits, by growing your own and keeping the herbs in the kitchen, you then have them on hand to use in recipes and herbal teas whenever you need them. By growing indoors, they don't suffer with the outside elements and they can also be quite pretty. Let's take a look at method 1, which is a low-cost alternative to full-blown hydroponics. The Oxford Dictionary notes that hydroponics is the process of growing plants in sand, gravel or liquid with added nutrients, but without soil. For the commercial farmer or grower, there are huge benefits of hydroponics to grow crops. Up to 90% more efficient use of water in the commercial environment, but perhaps not quite as much in the home. Ability to grow 3 to 10 times more in much the same space. No chemicals needed to control pests or weeds. Crops can be grown as much as twice as quickly as the traditional farming methods. A downside may be that generally hydroponics is set up indoors and infrastructure setup can be huge for commercial operation. But there are low cost options for the home grower that we can use, and the first method shows how. If you don't like mess in the kitchen from herb pots, then this first method is ideal. One thing to note is that feed and nutrients that would normally be in the soil would instead need to be added to the water to give the herbs all they need to grow. We've provided an affiliate link to the one that we've used in the video description. We get a small amount from any purchase via affiliate links, which helps pay for creating more of these, so much appreciated. Do subscribe and like the video, and let's get back to it. For this first method of growing herbs in your kitchen with no soil, all you require is a mason jar, water and cuttings from your herbs. To take cuttings, you remove the lower leaves from a healthy stem, you place in a mason jar and add water. Over the space of about 2 weeks, roots start to establish and the herb can begin growing. The second method is with a mason jar, stones, 2 inches of soil and herb seeds of your choice. We cover which herbs you can grow using these methods soon, so keep watching. Little stones are placed in the bottom of the mason jar for drainage. 2 to 3 inches of soil are added on top. Herb seeds of your choice are sprinkled on top, and then to finish, add a small layer of soil on top of the seeds and water until moist. The soil needs to remain moist to allow for germination, and within a week you should see signs of the herbs growing. It may then take 6 weeks before you can use the herbs. The next method starts as with method 2, but instead of using seeds, you buy the herbs either from your supermarket or garden centre in pots, remove them from the pots, remove excess soil and place in a mason jar. This is perhaps the fastest method of growing your herbs in your kitchen, as you already have ready grown herbs. However, it can be enjoyable to watch the herbs grow from seed if you can be patient. With any of these methods, if you grow a number of each herb where you use them frequently, you'll eventually have a never-ending supply of herbs. You'll want to consider the herb's requirements, as some herbs require a little more or less sunlight, so finding the right position might be an experiment to begin with. In warmer weather, there's nothing stopping you from placing the herbs outside to get the daylight they need. So let's look at what herbs you can grow in mason jars, and we'll cover some of the health benefits from using the herbs and some of the different uses of these herbs in the kitchen. So first on the list is peppermint. And that can be used in herbal tea, oil or soup, and it's got a minty fragrance, and it grows well in partially shady windows. It can help with side effects of irritable bowel syndrome, including stomach pain, diarrhea, gas and bloating, and it's also suggested that it may help with headaches and migraines. Number 2 is oregano, and it's a Mediterranean herb and is commonly used on pizzas and pasta, but it has medicinal properties also. It is high in antioxidants and can help the body fight off viral infections. It can also be used to help relieve menstrual cramps, and it's a great alternative to painkillers. Oregano is a good source of fibre, and so it's good for digestion. Number 3 on the list is sage. Some studies have shown that sage can help with symptoms of menopause and reduce hot flushes that some experience. And it's also been said to be used as a remedy against diabetes, albeit there perhaps isn't the science-based evidence to fully support this. Anti-oxidants help the brain and memory, and sage is loaded with them. And so sage can also be used in stuffing for roast dinners, and is perhaps my favourite method or favourite recipe for using sage. It can be served with eggs in an omelette, or perhaps even combined with butter to make sage butter. Number 4 on the list is basil, and it supports a healthy brain, can help manage arthritis and stress amongst other things. And it doesn't need a huge amount of light, so it could be perfect for growing indoors. And basil can be used in soups, salads, and with fish. Stevia is number 5 on the list, and it can be powdered, or a powder can be made from leaves, and it can be used by diabetic patients, and it's a great alternative to sugar for those that are conscious of too much sugar in their diets. Number 6 on the list is thyme. And thyme oil can be used as a remedy for a cough by making thyme tea. Not only do you get these health benefits, thyme can also smell amazing. Thyme can be used with chicken, meat and fish dishes, and is a key ingredient in making pesto dishes. Number 7 on the list is rosemary, and it's good for digestion issues, heartburn, coughs, headache, high and low blood pressure, and also toothache. And one of my favourite methods or uses for rosemary is roast potatoes. And so you put some oil on your parboiled roast potatoes, sprinkle with some chopped rosemary, and they make the perfect Sunday roast dinner. Be a little cautious with the amount you use, as it can have a soapy taste if you use too much otherwise. Number 8 on the list is chives, and chives are packed with vitamin K, which is critical for bone density. And chives also contain something called choline, and studies have shown that low levels of this can result in higher risk of Alzheimer's. Baked potatoes with chives and sour cream is one of my favourite jacket potato dishes, and chives make a great complement to that dish. Number 9 is coriander, and it's also known as cilantro, and it helps lower bad cholesterol, is good for the digestive system, and coriander can also be used in sauces with fish and even some beverages. At the beginning of the video I mentioned a little bonus tip for using your herbs. Some of you can be left with a lot of herbs if you don't use them for a bit. One option for making the most of your newly cultivated herbs is to create your own herb oil. You could try rosemary and olive oil, or perhaps rosemary and garlic infused olive oil. Simply find a glass oil dispenser, fill with good olive oil, and take cuttings of your herbs and add them to the oil. After a week or two, you'll be able to use the infused oil, and you can simply cook with them as you would normal oil, but with the added benefit of all those freshly infused herbs. The good thing is that the herb infused oil stores well. Well, thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more gardening videos and much more. And check out this playlist, which we'll show at the end of this video, for my top 10 videos giving you tips, tricks and gardening hacks. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.